Hi everyone, welcome to my art class. Today I'm going to teach you a stone soup project. You ready? All right, switch camera. All right, you will need the color papers, scissors, glue stick, and use pencil to draw. I use Sharpie so you can see better, and then color pencils, okay? All right, so first one, I want you to prepare blue paper. And you see this blue paper, I already write Thanksgiving, so you can do some kind of wording. This one is going to be the background, okay? So look at that, Thanksgiving. And then next one, what I'm going to do, I want to do the background grass and then do the ground, okay? So first, I will need the grass. I choose dark green. And then all you need to do is find a pencil, and then I want you to draw grass by about like a halfway. Okay, so what you can do, you can go up down, going any directions you like, and up down like that, left and right to make the grass. Okay. All right, next one, what I'm going to do, I have this one, I did it on the computer, so I'm going to go ahead and to cut it out from here. And the bottom part, I just follow the line, cut up and down, like that. Okay, so this part, up and down, and then once you finish cutting, okay, for example, you finish cutting, I want you to flip to the back, so you see the back shows no line, okay, like that. See, after you're done and you cut like that, and then you flip to the back, so it shows no lines, so it looks prettier, much prettier. Okay, all right, next one, I'm gonna put this one together. Okay, don't put it on the bottom. Okay, you can put it higher later on. Okay, so next one, I want you to have a piece of gray paper, and then all you need to do is draw a heel. Okay, so let me show it to you. Like this one, all you need to do is make a heel, right? And then you can do some of lines like that, to make sure this one is the heel. Okay, let me put this one away. I have this one paper to print out the template for teachers, okay, for you. And then we follow the line and cut. Okay, and then next one we are going to glue it together. First, before you glue, okay, I want you to flip it over. We can put this one underneath. Okay, you don't want it too low, right? So you are gonna measure it a little bit, put it underneath, and then you flip it back. All right, so you can draw a line to, to see later how you want to match. Okay, and then put glue this area, all of them. Okay, and then this one you can just go ahead and then put it on. Okay, and then we can flip it back and check. I'm gonna move a little bit this side. Okay, all right, I think this is good. Double check if you like it. Okay, I think I like it. All right, next one, I'm going to paste it to the blue paper, okay? So I'm gonna flip it over, put some more glue. Don't glue the tip. It looks nice, you know, without gluing together on the paper, okay? So the green grass looks, you know, nature pops up, okay? A little bit more here. Glue here, glue here. All right. And then take the paper, glue it on, glue it on, like that. Okay, you see that? I need a little bit more glue on this corner. Here we go. All right, next one, we are going to draw a big pot, okay? Let me show you how to draw. So first one, you are going to do a 2 circle, okay? Big one, okay? You can use the whole paper to do it, okay? So first one, we are gonna do oval. All right, make a big oval. Can you see? I think I'm gonna change Sharpie. So the thicker one, so you can see better, okay? So ready? Okay, let's do it one more time. You draw an oval. And for the pot, you need a rim thickness too. Double the line. And on the bottom, you are gonna do, I do stone, okay? So, you know, rock, like, you know, different kind of shape of rock. You can do any kind of shape of rock. Just make the rock 1, 2, 3 maybe. Okay, I make 3. If you want to make more, you can do more, okay? Rock, and then we are gonna do curve on the bottom. So it look like this pot, you know, support by the rock. Okay, and then this one you can write stone soup, STONE and then inside you need to make one more curve on here. So this inside is where you put the ingredients, okay? And this one shows how high is the level for the food. All right, so next one, I'm going to show you this brown paper. I did it, okay, and then let's cut it out. Let's cut it out, okay? All right, little by little. Little by little. Here we go. Okay, and so we can have this paper, and then you find a good spot without covering here, and then we glue it on, okay? All right, so put glue. and glue it together. Okay, this is very simple project, but what I want you to do for the older kids, I want you to do a little bit more like a drawing and shadowing. I'm gonna teach this part in the next section, end of the section, okay? Teach you a little bit more, okay? Because this one, all you need to do is cut and paste. That's all, very simple, okay? But this one, for preschooler, it's good. But for the elementary level, I need you to do a little bit more shading detail for the drawings, okay? All right, next one, we are going to find the ingredients right here, right? And then what we can do, I'm going to show it to you. You are going to have a piece of white paper, right? And then we can draw an oval. We can draw an oval right for the this one. You see the oval right here, okay? And then you can draw an oval. And then some of the students say, how can I draw an oval to match this one? And then what I do is I put the paper underneath and then through the line so I can see the perfect oval underneath, okay? All right, first one, I'm gonna show you how to draw carrots, okay? It's very easy. Carrots, body part, line, few lines, and leaves. Super easy, right? And then stone, rock, right? Rock, show 3 sides, and then you will look like a rock already, okay? And then some of the part a little bit darker will look like rock, right? And then peas, you know, you make an oval, and then put the curve on the top, put the curve on the bottom, and inside you do half circle, some semicircle, half circle, up to you. Peas, very easy. And potato, you kind of do it, you know, on here and here, kind of the shape goes around like that, and it become potato. And then onion is super easy. Circle and a little bit line on the top and few lines, and you have an onion. And mushroom, I'm gonna do upside mushroom, oval, line. Okay, describe the tip, and then all you need to do is curve and curve. You have the mushrooms, okay? All right, next one, corn, okay? So the corn, do it like that, and then inside you can draw lots of lines, okay? And the tip with the leaf go out. You see the leaf goes out, and then you can draw a line like that. That's it. And celery, it's easy. All you need to do is make line, close up, and some leaf on the top. Okay, same thing to one more line, and then a lot of leaf goes around, and describe a little bit in the middle. That's all. Okay, so especially the soup, I make some lines like that. Okay, so you can see the stone soup. It's almost ready, right? Okay, so I'm gonna switch paper. This one is the print out. Cut it here. All right, I'm going to cut it around, okay? Cut it online and cut it around, okay? here. Okay, let's put a cook glue. Make sure you have a lots of glue. Okay, and then glue match the area, and then glue it on. We do coloring later, okay? And right now I want a ladle on the side, okay? Ladle. So you can get a piece of white paper or black paper, it's up to you, okay? But I suggest you to get a piece of black paper but use white pencil to draw. And so your ladle can be black. But some of the people say, okay, I want a blue ladle, and you use the blue paper, okay? So for you, ladle, your choice, depends on what color, and then you use what color to draw it on, okay? So for me, the ladle, I'm gonna do it on the black. Since black, I draw on the white paper, it's easier for you to see, okay? So draw an oval, and then you need the rim, the thickness, the bottom part, and the top part, the handle. That's it. Super simple, right? Okay. What I'm doing, I'm doing the black paper. I want my little black, okay? So I did it on my computer, I did it black color, okay? But again, for you, it's up to you. You can do any color you like, okay? Alright. Cut it slowly. Cut it slowly. Here we go. Alright, I'm gonna glue the ladle on the side, like right here, hanging on the side, like that. Hanging on the side. You can design where you want to put, okay? Alright, so I'm gonna glue and like that. I'm going to put it on and kind of see how I like it, like that, higher, okay, like this. This is the position I like it. Okay, next one. It's about color, okay, coloring. So you see this one, basically the project is done, and the rest it's gonna be the coloring part. And the coloring part, I like to talk a little bit about shading, okay? That's how you make the whole thing looks much prettier, okay? So for example, I'm gonna take out all the color pencil. You can see right here, I have all the color pencils, so easy for me to use it, right? Okay, let me arrange it a little bit. Okay, so first one, I want the part look more three-dimensional. So what I'm going to do, I'm gonna have a white and black and dark brown, those three colors, okay? And maybe light brown too, if you have a light brown. Let me see if I have a light brown. I don't have a light brown, then I can use orange. Oh, light brown right here. I do have a light brown. So for the pot, let's talk about the pot, okay? The pot on the top, I want the light on the top, so I put a little bit white. I show you, okay? So you can see this one I call highlight, a little bit on the front part. So highlight. So the rock look more three-dimensional. You can compare the one without color, one with color, okay? And then next one, top and bottom. This one is bottom. I shade on the bottom a little bit and shade on the side. Shade on the side, on the bottom, right? And then, but you see the outline not good, right? So use black pencil, fade it out, fade it out, fade it out. Less power, less power. Slowly transition. So you see this rock compared with this one, completely different, okay? But because of the top is so light, I'm covered with a little bit darker brown, just a little bit to dim the light. So it look like a, brown reflection, not the white reflection on the top right here, okay? So you see this rock 3D, this one not, this one not. So let's repeat the same thing, okay? I put some white on the top, some white on the top, and then reflection a little bit, reflection a little bit in the front area. Okay, I'm gonna use brown to dim the lights a little bit. Brown, dim the light a little bit. And I use black, top and bottom, shading, top and the bottom part, of course, on the side, okay, and then a little bit, fade it out, lose power, okay, and then here, corner, a little bit, corner, that's it, okay, 1, 2, wow, looks nice, okay, top and bottom, on the side, and fade it out, lose power, fade it out, a little bit on the corner, a little bit on the corner, a little bit on the corner. So you see 1, 2, 3 rock become 3D. And then once this one 3D, the pot is not, right? The pot looks like a flat. So here inside, because it's going into the soup, here I make it darker. I just use black to make it darker. So you can see it's inside, okay? So you can just go ahead, use black, color it. Simple. Okay, and then inside this soup, we do it later, okay? Let's take care of this part. Okay, top and bottom, okay? You see the bottom part, I put a little bit black. Color, don't color too hard. You just want a little bit shade. You see shading? Make the things different. Okay, fade it out. Lose power. Fade it out. Okay, top and bottom right here. A little bit darker. Bottom part. Right? And the side a little bit. If we want to make it rounded, so the side a little bit. And on the side a little bit too. But I don't want you to look like there's a line in between, so you need to fade it out, lose power, second layer. Fade it out, slowly fade it out, slowly fade it out, slowly fade it out, slowly fade it out. Okay, slowly fade it out, slowly fade it out. Slowly fade it out. So you see more 3D. Okay, one more I want to emphasize on, right? These two stick together, right? Front and back. I need much darker on the back so they can separate. You see, after I put the black, they separate. This one push to the front, right? This one stick together. Right now I'm gonna darker here and darken here. And then it will push this one to the front. You see the difference? Right here too. So you see the whole thing push. And then same thing to this one corner, much darker. Corner, much darker. Okay, your stone soup. Right on the corner right here, much darker. On the corner right here, much darker. Okay, good, good, good. All right, right now this rim to flat. I'm gonna add a little bit highlight in the middle part. Highlight in the middle part. Highlight the middle part. Okay, on the rim. Highlight the middle part. Sometimes, you know, white is hard to see. I color 2 times layering. I call layering, okay? All right, we have a highlight, we have a brown, but it's only 2 layers. We are gonna make the 3rd layer, make it rounded, more rounded. And then so I need to darken on the rim, right? But darken on the rim, I don't want to use black. Okay, because if I put black, this one won't pop out anymore. So I'm gonna just use a darker brown, okay? And so color the rim a little bit darker on the outer rim, on the side, on the side, on the outer rim. Okay, on the bottom rim, color it darker, but I use dark brown. I'm not using black. You see? Wow, ka-ching. So I look right now. It look really like a clay pot. Okay. All right. And next one later. So too clean. Okay. So what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna use my brown. Put some brows. I say soup brows. Okay. And then you can put a little bit blue color. Blue color. Of soup, right? A little bit. And then I'd like to do a little bit darker orange. So it looks really like a soup brows, okay? So I think this it looks good already, okay? All right. And then same thing, the soup brows right here inside, okay? I'm gonna just go ahead and color it first, okay? So inside, because brown, I don't want to use brown. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna use 4 color, 4. For example, yellow, orange, I use light orange, a little bit aqua blue, okay? And let's see, should be good. Okay, so what I'm gonna just go ahead and color yellow first for the brow soup. Oh, this one is yellow, so let's go ahead and color it. no problem. Alright, color yellow more. Let's do it really fast, okay? Go ahead and color it. Right here, right here, a little bit, right here. Basically, you know, you color the whole thing, that's fine too, you know. Some of the color have a little bit yellow. Like for example, onion got a little bit yellow. We can color a little bit yellow over, but not too much, okay? And then here, mushroom, I want to keep it white, okay? Right here, a little bit, a little bit. Like that, okay? And then I put the orange over. One more layer. And this one is orange. I'm gonna go ahead and color it. Okay, here and there. Here and there. Here and there. Here and there. Okay, and then orange in this one, of course. And later I show you how to make it 3D. Just base color. Okay? Okay, and then let's do a little bit aqua. Aqua color for the soup. A little bit. Aqua. So we have a rich soup base. Very rich. You see? Okay. And I think I'm gonna do a little bit brown. You see the line I drew? I want it a little bit darker underneath. So I put a little bit brown underneath the line. So the soup look like a, you know, shade a little bit. It looks like their soup really going up and down. Okay, a little bit here, a little bit there, underneath the line. Underneath. Okay, all right, right now I'm gonna zoom in so you can see detail. Okay, for example, rock, I use black, very light first for the top. For the side, okay, and then I start to shading a little bit here on the bottom, the top area, the bottom, it's right here, shading a little bit but not too much. don't want it too much. Okay, top and bottom, this one will be bottom, top and bottom. So I'm gonna shade a little bit darker on both sides, a little bit on the both sides. Okay, top and bottom, darker, more power. Top and bottom, more power. So this is how the rock done. Okay, all right, let's move on to the mushroom. Mushroom very light because it's white. Okay, so I'm doing super light on the top of the black, and then on the side, on the bottom here, because it's this one consider bottom part, deep in, right? Okay, and then top, bottom, just a little bit. I did it really light. Okay, you can see it looks 3D, but with the light color. And you see the light, just color in a little bit black, and then green here, and that's it. Okay, that's it. That's it. You're done for your mushroom. It looks 3D now. Okay. All right. Let's do the easy one. The green. I'm gonna have a light green, dark green color, and I like the olive green. So you can have all different kind of green. You see how many green I have. These two looks the same. Okay, I have 3 different kind of green. Okay, for the leaf, I want it fresh, so I choose the light green, light green, light green, light green. Green, 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 green. And then same thing to this one, light green. But right now it's coloring. It's for the preschool level. Preschool can do the nice coloring. Do a good practice, okay? But if you are elementary, let's do shading, okay? Together. Take a little bit more time, but the outcome is better. Okay, I'm gonna use the darker green. So you see here, it's inside, right? Let's darken it. And then you see the line, you darken the line. And then you see line right here, same thing. Okay, so that's it. You finish your celery, okay? Okay, peas, okay? Peas inside, let's darken, in between darker, made it much darker. I think my paper, I need to put something a little bit harder underneath so I can color better. Okay, here darker. So you see inside is darker and the bottom part right here. And a little bit on the side of the piece. You see like that, and the bottom here. And then we can highlight a little bit in the middle to make it look delicious. Make it look delicious. Good. Okay, let's do our corn. I'm gonna have a darker orange. Okay, so here on the side, a little bit darker orange. On the bottom, a little bit darker orange. And underneath the leaf, a little bit darker orange. That's it. Okay, and the potato, let's have a brown, very light potato, very light brown. light brown. And then you can use another different, even lighter brown. Okay, and then we use darker brown shading. You see the line? I want you to focus on that line. Push a little bit harder. Okay, so and then on the bottom, color in a little bit more. Color in a little bit more. And that's it. It looked like a potato, okay? Very detailed, right? Very detailed, right? Okay. All right, let's move on to the carrots. The carrots on the line. Let's push harder on the line. Push harder. Okay, on the bottom, push harder. On the top, it is just a little bit. So it looks 3D, okay? And then right now the onion. I want the orange color a little bit more on the joint part tip, on the side, on the bottom, on the side, and slowly fade it out. Okay, then we can have a brown, darkest brown. Focus a little bit on the side, on the bottom one more time. Mix color a little bit on the side too, definitely on here. And then if you have an extra time, those lines you can definitely color in a little bit more, definitely. Okay, then that's it. You are done. I'm gonna show you in a different view. Okay, here we go. All right. Okay, I forgot to switch camera. Hold on. Ready? Okay, you see, ta-da! This is the stone soup. I hope you like the lesson and enjoy. I see you next week. Okay, bye-bye everyone. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.